Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to Inside Spark webinar with Charity Chiveze. I'm super excited to have you join us today, and I'm so excited to have an amazing personality here. Oh my goodness! And she's not that person, but Mercy Eneh Dikeh. This is somebody I admire so much, and I appreciate her work over the years, and I've been following closely. So having her here on this segment of Inside Spark is something I've always looked forward to. Thank you so much for joining me, Sister Mercy Eneh. And she's not that person, but a beautiful lady that has done a lot in the tech industry. She's a product designer and the founder of TFM Network. So glad to have you.
Thank you so much, Charity, for the honor. Thank you for bringing me here. And I pray we learn from each other this afternoon, stroke evening. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So, guys, we'll be talking about how to leverage social impact to create meaningful change and to build a brand in the tech space. So, I'll be asking her some questions, and I trust that we all will be learning one or two things this afternoon. So, welcome and just have a good ride with us. Okay, so I'll just go on with my first question here. I want to really know what inspired you to focus on creating social impact through your work in tech. What was the inspiration, and how did you get here?
Okay. And hmm. Okay, this question, it's more like if I just start going straight to answering the question, you don't just wake up one morning and you believe that you are going to social impact, or you believe that you're going to tech. Thank God you're a product designer. So it
Yeah.
was a flow. It was just more like a flow. I had this, but I know that inside I had this passion for people. I care so much about people. I worked in an orphanage for over 4 years before I even went
Wow.
to university. So it was a fulfilling moment for me. If that you just leave me in the orphanage self, I would just stay there the whole year. But I know I needed to become something more, and even if I want to help the orphanage. So I've always been someone for social impact.
Mm.
So getting to do connect tech and social impact is just about connecting what you do with your passion. So tech is a place for me to voice out, to have it's like a flow. Why social impact is like a purpose that gives me fulfillment. So tech is a medium. Why social impact is the purpose. So that's what inspired. Is what inspired is just who I am, and so when I started tech, I didn't just wake up one morning and know that I'll be a techist or I'll be a product designer. I just knew that I wanted to do something with my hands. Needed money.
Yeah.
Everybody needs money. Everybody needs a way to handle your bills, something to use as a voice. So tech was just that thing that I found. I guess maybe because of this talk, we're going to talk about how I went into tech. But for now, that was how everything joined. I love tech, and social impact is what gives me fulfillment. So that's how it all joined together. Yeah.
Okay, that's super amazing. Do you see the transition? And I remembered, I think last year, was it last year, when you were doing your fellowship, that's self fellowship. I was super
Okay.
amazed because I was one of the team in your I don't know your group and all of that. And the idea to impact almost 1,000 ladies. And I'm like, this is huge. You pulled it through and you made it happen. For me, that's enough. It's to show that you have the heart for people and you don't just want to be the only one that knows what you know. You're seeking ways to empower more people, and you really did it. Kudos to you, sis. All right. So moving on, can you share a defining moment when you realize that technology could be a tool for driving positive change? You talked about working at the orphanage at some point and then switching to maybe the tech kind of impact, social impact. What really made you to realize that yes, you could do this even in tech to impact life beyond just the services and all the things you render to people?
Okay. If I'm to talk about the defining moment, it might sound so funny, but when I knew that tech, when I got that defining moment that tech can really be a tool for positive change, this might sound so funny, yes, but it was when I got when I got paid. One of my job in like
Yeah,
that was like 40,000 that year, and I was
yeah.
in someone paid me for designing, branding, and all that. I was doing branding then. I was like, then I was a very broke girl, very very broke girl. So I was like, wow. So this like it had an impact it did on my body. I was like, so this little skill I have can earn me this much and can also change. I was able to buy what I want, pay for things I couldn't afford then. So personally, me, whenever
Mhm.
something happens to me, I always think of the next person. I was like, okay, if this money, if this tech stuff can impact my life this way, what about thousands of ladies out there? So
Mm.
it's always not about me. And there's something I noticed when I was with my niece. This is a story. My niece, I hate thunder. Then if I just hear thunder strike, I'm scared. I'm frightened. I was just gonna hide somewhere. But then I was one taking care of my niece. I was with them in the house, just me and the two kids. So when it started falling, I said, God, please, I don't want thunder. First people will say this auntie that I used to fear. So all of a sudden I heard thunder. All the children ran, Auntie Mercy, Auntie Mercy, Auntie Mercy. You know, out of nowhere, I got the strength, like, don't worry, it's just thunder. Why are you scared? Yeah, come and sit down.
Mhm.
Let's so I noticed that wow, this is something I can't even tell myself. When I was like, wow, I'm able to overcome this thing because I'm trying to shield people I love. So that's
Mm.
how I connected it to everything I do. Whenever I'm doing something, I was like, okay, I'll have a deeper strength whenever I'm doing it for people than just doing it for myself. So when I got that moment was okay, this money can help my life this way, can help my family, can help people around me. What about other ladies out there? So that's how I channeled it again into social impact and improve life of ladies in Tiffin.
Wow, interesting. For those that don't know, she's someone that is very deep in brand identity design and also UI UX design, and she has been consistent over time. Okay, so seeing her being able to move beyond just the business part of this to even impacting lives with it simply shows that she's very much passionate about what she does. So moving on to the next question that I have here. Many people build brands to grow influence or business. How did you align your brand with a deeper social mission? Do you get it? Like trying to separate your brand, the business side of it, and then the social impact you're trying to create. Because some persons are just out for the business. Let's just make the money and go. They don't really want to think about, oh, how do I even use it to help the next person's life in such a way that it may not really be about the money, but just to help them come out from where they are to somewhere much better. Okay. So the question is, how did you align your brand with a deeper social impact mission? Yeah, so that's it.
So it's more like the balance for me. I'm all about the person of balance. The good thing about balance is you don't get balance when you are so wealthy. You
Hmm.
don't get balance when everything is okay because the truth is everything's not going to be okay. We'll keep striving for more.
Yeah.
We'll always want more. So I learned this again, those stories of my life. I learned this through lessons from okay, let me say again the orphanage. It's my
Mm-hmm.
story, but that was a turning moment of my life. That was what molded me to what I am now. I was with the kids one day and I saw these rich politicians. They're very, very wealthy. They came with their convoy and all, cars and all. But
Yeah.
the politician there was looking for a child and he came down and he knelt down for one of the child in the
To
orphanage
pray.
for them that they need child. They have tried so many means, IVF and all, but they need this child. They want the child to pray for them. So the orphans that had nothing, they think they had nothing actually, but they had everything.
Hmm. Exactly. Hmm.
Oh, man. And the man with all his wealth and everything, he knelt down. And you look at
Hmm.
his face and his family, you know they are really, really sad. So when they left there, I sat down and I thought to myself, I said, actually, the greatest thing in life is not really money, right? It's not
Hmm.
that I don't love money. No, no, no. I love money. I really like the impact, but I stopped seeing money as an end. And I started seeing money
Yeah. As
for
it
this.
means. Hmm.
So whenever I'm doing branding, so then whenever I'm working, I'm very, very strict. If you come to us, whenever you ask me for a bill and all, I'll give you my strict fee. Don't say, this lady is charity. That is me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm, I'm charity. It's charity, yes. But so your job perfectly. But won't come to the NGO side. I'll be who I am. So I have this thin line. So NGO is something, the whole social impact is something that I love. It fuels me. it gives me the fulfillment. Even at my weakest time, I see that sometimes the truth is I'm a product designer, but sometimes I'm tired of designing. And sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I just need to swim. I'm tired. Like I don't want to press the system today. Some days is like that. But you see the one for a social impact, I might be sick. Like I'll be so sick, but once I stand to speak to people or do something,
Hmm.
judgment comes in. So it's something I can't explain, but there should be a thin line between the two. Yes, get the money, do the branding, but don't stop there. You'll just be
Hmm.
empty, you won't be fulfilled. So I am
Hmm.
always
Yeah.
someone that wants fulfillment. So even if I earn 100, 200, $200, whatever the amount is,
Mm-hmm.
percentage of my fund that goes into social impact. So that's the way
Wow.
it is for me.
Wow, that's so amazing. I'm super inspired by that because I know that social impact is something that has really helped most of us. Because those times when we're in probably secondary school, universities, there are people that come to us and they are showing us things that normally, maybe on a norms, you might not even go for such events and all of that, but they'll bring it down to your doorstep. And sometimes you don't even pay for anything, but they took a step forward to just go ahead and impact people's life. And that's inspired most of us during that period. And seeing the fact that you're still doing something like that can really propel someone that is almost giving up on their dream to do much more and see that there is still hope for them. And I also want to say that social impact is not just for tech, it's something that you can do beyond this field or any other field where you find yourself. Just think of how you can give back to the society without seeking for funds. All right, thank you so much. So, my next question here is, what values guide your work and the kind of projects you take on in the tech space? Or are you a designer that does any kind of projects? Let's just get the money and let's keep going.
When I started, seriously, I was doing anything that would give me money on my table.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I do it. I did church, anything you bring, except
Yeah.
for the black tax, all those.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do all those ones. But anything money, anything do and take money, I will do it. But right now, I won't say I reject jobs. But I know things that I'm personally passionate about to do. Things that involve health, any health projects, EMR, any project that involves e-commerce, any project that involves real estate. I have niche where I love,
Mm,
but the things that I'm not interested in, I send it to persons. I have designers that I work with, so
yeah.
I reject job. I won't say that was a good thing. I don't reject
Mm,
job. I have values. I have things I love to do.
yeah.
I don't have team of person that really need this money, so I'll just
Mm,
absorb it and you get some percentage of it. But there's always
yeah.
economics. But I have jobs that I enjoy doing. I have niche as well. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. So, my next question here is, what specific social issue or communities have you focused on impacting through your work in tech? What are the set of persons that you're much more interested in impacting through your work in tech?
I think that's
Or
a
you
very
just go for everybody?
obvious question. I think the ladies, the women, right?
I'm
Yeah,
so glad to be a lady because it's more like so much is coming to an end.
with women. And there was this time that a guy was asking me a question. I I think I'll answer this lead. I will go deeper why women later. Before, if you don't ask
Okay.
me,
Okay.
I'll talk later, but I won't talk
Okay.
about it yet. But
Okay.
mostly the women. And somebody was asking me then that why women? That what about the guys? Are they not human being? And I will tell you the truth is, if you train a woman, before people won't tell me that, I feel a bit okay. But just why not? What about the guys? Doesn't do mean you not give it to guys. What about the guys? But years ago, I remember that if you see a good man, a very, very good man, look at his
Mhm.
mother. Mother trained him well. So
Yeah.
if you train a woman, women are they are mostly the persons that nurture children. They are mostly, I know men do too, but ladies just have a way of influencing their children. We are influenced naturally.
Yeah.
Our influence. So we have a way of influencing our children. So if you train a woman well, you are training a nation because the woman will give birth to a male, a female, but she'll be able to take care of them, influence them. So when you train a woman, when you impact a woman, you'll be able to help a lot of things. Women are great, great influence. And there's
Yeah.
not I got to say, women submit. My pastor would tell me in church that if God will only tell them submit because they have something. So there is a power that women have that if they will that power well, it will influence a whole generation. That's why God saw how
Yeah.
power was and he said, women submit to your husband. Because you won't tell her to submit something that is not there. There is something she has
Mm-hmm.
that goes
Mm-hmm.
power. So we are trying to train ladies so that they can be the force and influence in their generation. So the influence will influence both the ladies and the guys. That's so
Wow.
women in my target audience for social impact.
Wow, interesting. That's amazing. And I like the fact that you were able to give us a background to why you're doing what you're doing, especially when it has to do with women and all of that. And I would say I've really been a partaker of that impact over the years because I knew there was something you did like a project for people in brand design. That was 2 years or not 2 years, I think 3 to 4 years ago or so, if I can remember. And I was also one of those people that benefited from that. I can't remember the actual year right now. And I want to really applaud you for the consistency over time. All right. So I just want to take this question. Can you share a project or initiative that made a significant difference and what you learned from that experience? For all of these projects you've been doing, which of them really made a significant impact in your own life? Not really, it could be more than one, but you can just highlight just one.
Okay, impact in my life or impact in the life of the people.
Mm, I think definitely to make impact in the lives of people. But maybe you learned so much lessons from doing it, that really brought out a part of you that you may not have seen.
Okay. Mm, yeah, I'm just trying to think and remember. But I think, would I say it's more like they say what goes around comes around. That
Yeah.
I think during COVID, that was the early time TFM started, and we did a lot of events in school. We even did like so many in photo. So then is and the good thing about TFM was TFM started when some people I will not advise anybody to do this. It wasn't easy. I started TFM with nothing. Like I was pretty
Yeah.
broke. I was really, really broke. So I won't advise somebody to just start up and start. I didn't know what I was doing there really. I just knew that I was chasing what I wanted and oh boy, that was story for another day. So I was really broke, but I was still impacting people. I was still impacting myself, impacting people, looking for a job for myself, looking for a job for people. So it was very, very,
Wow. It
very,
was a
very difficult.
lot. Mm-hmm.
So during COVID, I was at home one day and this is more like a personal encounter. I was really broke that period because then I was working in the studio but then I was not having online job. I was just in the house. Then I just said a short prayer. I was like, oh Lord God, I don't know why I'm broke now. I don't even have data on my phone right now, but I'm not troubled. But you've used me to impact lives of people. You've used me to turn around the lives of people. Just help me out. I don't know how you want to do it. So I just said that prayer and passed. Then all of a sudden somebody called me. I was at my down moment, like I was really down. If you know what it means to be broke, sometimes it
Yeah.
can mess with your emotion. So I was a bit down. So someone called me out of nowhere and I was like, "Thank you so much for everything you've done for us in TFM. This is what this is."
Wow.
Just saying things. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know. My heart was just filled with that was just something that was bigger than the money. I was just so happy. He was just say thank you for
Mm.
this. You just this I've got this job, blah blah blah. I said thank you. Ended the call. The next person called that same
Wow.
up
Hmm.
to. One person called me, and
Interesting.
a lady, and she hasn't called me like in. I say she does not call me like that. So when she called me, like, please, ma, can I recharge your phone? I was like, no, normally, if you know, then even when you're CEO, CEO of
You just
nothing,
want.
like, you just have to carry yourself with some steez.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, I know it was a heavy cap on my head. I didn't ask for that cap. I just wanted to do something. If I knew I got viral, so everyone was seeing me as a big lady, which I was not. I was just someone growing. So they're like, "Ma, please can I recharge your phone? Thank you so much. I just got this gig and She charged my I think with 3,000 or 4,000 naira. I
Wow.
told her thank you. But after that, I just looked at her and said, "Oh Lord God, so you here? So you actually here?" So that
He
was just
does.
something that gave me this feeling like, even if beginning right now, I'm not seeing the fruit of whatever I'm doing, but that was a turning moment for me. That
Mm,
what goes around comes around in one way or the other. It's going to come back later. Maybe not now. Maybe you don't know, but just keep casting your bread. Just keep casting your bread.
exactly.
One day, one day. So that was a turning moment for me, actually.
Wow. Interesting. So what goes around comes around. The truth is, sometimes the things we plant in people's life, investments we make in people's life, the fruit doesn't really come out immediately. Sometimes they might just be overwhelmed by what they are learning, excited with what they are being exposed to. But I know that sometimes when it gets to some years, when they look back and they are trying to take a track record of maybe their journey and all of that, they will definitely get to that point where they want to acknowledge people that God has used to impact their lives in different ways. Some of them can even do it in a very big way to honor you in such a way that you will not have envisaged that this will happen to you. And just like you said, you prayed about the other case and all of that, and God's there showing you signs that yes, this impact you're making is visible to all. I want to speak for myself. Sometimes when I write some of these articles that I push out to just inspire people and all of that, sometimes you're just like, oh, I don't even feel like writing today, but that one that you just write and push out there, somebody's in your DM saying thank you that I was able to read this right now. And for you, it's looking like something small, but it's changing life. You're making a difference, and people are moving from where they are to where they are supposed to be because of one step or one action you took because you're very intentional. Okay, so all of that is still something that is very valuable, and I really want to commend you for the consistency over time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, so I have a few more questions for you. Okay, so how do you measure the real impact of your work beyond metrics and recognitions? Do you get the question?
Yeah, and when you ask about the impact of my work, is it the social? I think we're focusing on social impact, right? It's not my.
Yes, maybe the other things you do around tech and all of that.
How do I measure the real impact of my work? Right? Is that what you said?
Yes, beyond the metrics and recognition. You know, some persons you see them receiving awards and all of that. Is it really the transformed life or just the numbers that you go with?
For data's sake, most times you need, but most times when the whole TFM thing started, I don't just like mentioning the numbers of ladies who've impacted and all, because if you impact 1,000 people, that doesn't mean 1,000 people are really impacted. Out of the 1,000, some persons really took the knowledge, some persons
Yeah,
just let it fly and all. But for data sake, sometimes data representation is good to say, okay, this is the number of ladies that attended, this is the number of ladies that did this. So we have the metric, we have the number for data sake, and most times sponsors or partners will need that. But deep
yeah,
down, you will know the level of impact you've done when you see the life of the person, right? If it's based on social impact, you see the life of the person, you see the person's post. But most times I follow few of my ladies. I don't know all of them, but there are few of them that just stood out. So you see what they post, you see how they live their life. And there's something I keep telling them about social impact, about the little classes we take, like what you said, what you posted, and the little person will say, okay, thank you for this post. Train. I'm a person of illustration, so I will not
mm-hmm,
repent.
it's fine.
I will not repent. So
It's fine.
train, and train want to go to a different location. At that moment, there's something that I don't know the name, but there's something that you watch action movie a lot. There's something that will just move, we just turn the train like this, and the train will just move to the next place. At that moment, that train does not know what happened, like what's going to happen. But what you know, that little shift is taking the
Mm,
train to a different location instead of the location that it was flying to before. So but in the next 20 or 30 years or 5 years, you end up seeing that I'm going a different path compared to where I'm coming from. So
mm,
I might not be able to measure the metrics. I might not be able to measure the impacts now, because social impact is like training a child. The little
mm,
child, You don't know what you're training, you don't know what will become of that child, but at the end, you notice, you know a difference between a trained child and a child that have not even received training from their parents at all.
Yeah.
So that little shift, maybe it might be a webinar, it might be just a training of 6 months, it might be a post, it might be a video, but that little shift, that mind shift, that mental remodeling you just did at that moment, you have helped that person that's supposed to head somewhere else to go to a different direction. So, but the impact might not be measured at that point to the person get to that location. You can say, oh,
Yeah.
when I got those things, this was when I got those little information. This was when my life changed. Like up to now,
Mm.
talking about orphanage. I keep telling the mom of the orphanage that you don't know what you did to me there. You remodeled my,
Wow.
like you changed it. I was not part of the orphans there, but I was just a staff working, but you changed me. So that was my own turning point. So what I'm trying to do for people in TFM is to create that safe space, that turning point where everybody can just come, learn. Even if at that moment you don't know what we are doing for you,
Mm.
but later you understand that there was a remodeling that happened, there was a shift that happened during your course and so forth. So
Wow.
that was also fun.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that light. Thank you so, so much. It was well explained. All right. So, my next question is, what role do innovation and technology play in solving today's most pressing social problem? A lot is coming up. We now have the era of AI and a whole lot happening, innovative things and technology. So, the question is, what role do innovation and technology play in solving today's most pressing social problems?
Okay. Problems will never go away. Problems are what brings up innovation. There is no problem, there is no solution. And if there's no solution, life will be very boring. So problems will never go away. But the thing with technology and innovation is the more we bring in a problem, there is no solution you are bringing in that does not have a problem yet. Like solution and
Mhm.
problem, like cat and dog, or I
Mm.
say they work together hand in hand. Any new solution you are bringing carry his own problem coming. So what will now help innovation is when you now bring another solution that will counter the new problem you've created, right?
Yeah.
Innovation is something that will never go away. We'll keep innovating. We'll keep
Mm.
innovating. Okay, for example now, let me say people used to use charcoal and kerosene before, mostly when I talk myself, use charcoal and kerosene. And before you know, you say, okay, this old charcoal stove used to bring soot in the house, everywhere will get black and all. Okay, they entered gas, which is a new solution. Okay, but then that gas, it kills more than kerosene. You get more of gas
Mm.
explosion, these that more than kerosene. It has a
Yeah.
problem. Also, the cost. So there is always a new solution, but the solution always comes with a bigger problem that needs to be
Mm.
solved. So based on the question you're asking about innovation and solution, I think how you can just see innovation and solution and in technology, sorry, is how you can use it to impact. You cannot solve all the problem, but just understand that how can you use this solution, this technology, to innovate a solution to solve one social problem. I was very happy about what you said about different Africa fellowship we did started last year. We before this whole technology thing came out too much, like then it was already there, but it was not available to everybody. Not everybody
Yeah.
not everybody use Google Meet, and the way I'm making this, not everybody use StreamYard and all. So
Mm-hmm.
then we were trying to travel to this place, travel to this place. At a year, well, only you actually plan traveling to Togo because we want to reach out to people. Like we didn't want to travel
Wow.
because we want to reach out to those persons, but the fund wasn't really there. But right now with technology, we're able to do a lot. We reached out to people from Burundi, countries we've not reached out to, countries I have not stepped my leg into, but people have been trained and impacted in that country. So what I can say is technology
Wow.
and has a positive and a negative side. And you should just always try to ask yourself, even the use of AI and all, how can I use this technology and innovation best to solve a problem? Because there is always a problem that this is generating. Any new solution
Mm-hmm.
generates a new problem. So always ask yourself, how can I use this technology or innovation to solve this new problem that is out? So
Wow. Interesting.
it helped us reach out to more people.
Wow. It helps us to reach out to more people. Exactly. Because from Nigeria, here, you're able to reach out to people that are not within that country. And your social impact work is still impacting their lives because of technology and the innovation. And you know, some people don't find it so easy to adapt to innovation. Sometimes they just want to be used to what they are already used to, you know. But it's just good that we explore some of the new things that technology is bringing our way today, the likes of AI and all. I feel anybody that is in tech now should start embracing AI and the new trends that we are seeing that can actually help boost our work. And for what we have here today, you can stay in Nigeria, stay anywhere you are, have online trainings, online courses that can reach out to people wherever they are. So there are no much limitations. And I feel this is actually accessible to as many that want it. If you don't get the paid version of it, you can easily get the free version of it. So nothing should limit you in making that impact that you want to make. All right, thank you. So for those watching and joining us, this is to spur you to know that you can be the change you want to see wherever you are right now. Social impact is not something you leave for some persons to do. Even if you're not the one that has the idea to push it out, you can also support people that are doing it. There are a lot of lives that can be transferred and transformed because of that intentionality that you have to just go out there and make a positive change in the lives of people, even people that you do not know, just like TFM has successfully done for so many ladies out there. All right. Thank you so much. So I just have like 3 to 4 questions and we'll call it a day. But let me ask this. How do you sustain momentum and passion when the result of social initiatives takes time to show? There was a time you said maybe it's not easy to see the results of what you want immediately. So what makes you to keep on showing up? What inspires you to keep the momentum on and the passion, even when sometimes this social impact result doesn't show up immediately, or the people that you've done it for doesn't really respond immediately to say, oh, this thing you did was positive or it impacted my life in one way or the other.
Okay. The first time CFM started, my when I told my mentor about it, like when you start this thing, like this whole energy, I want to change the world and all those vibes. So I
I
hope
get it. I can relate.
social media is not even helping. When you just post one, I've empowered 10 people. Ah, congratulations, pa 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 pa. But once you start, when you get to the middle, nobody tells congratulations again. If you don't get congratulations, like when we started, I was getting a lot of well done, well done, well done. But in the middle, people get used to it. People don't clap for
Mm,
something 2 times. Like people always want you to
yeah.
do greater, greater, greater. So the first thing you should know is don't start a course if you are doing it for persons. Like if you are doing it for persons to celebrate you, don't don't start something if you just want to do this thing so that persons will say, ah, well done.
Mm,
Do it. Someone told me, how can I start? How can I get into social impact? I said, you don't just get into social impact. What is that problem that you see in the
you want
society
to
that
solve.
it has to be a burden? It has to be something you, when you see, your heart is like, your heart is breaking. So
Mm,
when it happens, now you are the one getting. I think I'm the first person that partake of any training we do. I'm the first person that gets the fulfillment. So there is some
mm-hmm.
fulfillment that comes in before even persons start telling you well done. Before the whole momentum and all. Momentum is something that's okay. You are moving and everybody's moving. To your team will some of your team members will get tired. It's okay,
Yeah.
but chase a vision, a burden that is really big on you. Tifem was a burden. Tifem started from a place of deep pain, like really deep pain. I didn't know how best to help women around me. I see the way women were being treated, even women that were close to me. I was really sad. They had no voice, just locked up in marriage. I looked at it like, this is not the life I want to live. This is not the life I
Yeah.
want to people around me to live. I want ladies to have their voice. I want ladies to speak up. Like that was a deep burden. I see women that when they find themselves, and I just see the impact of a woman that knows herself, that has a purpose, that knows where she's going. So it was a deep burden. So with that, anytime I go ahead, when I'm tired, I rest. Like
Mm,
some say, okay, any training this year, I was like, okay, we're not doing much this year. We are doing just evaluating what we've done. But next year, when you're tired, you rest. Don't just keep on. It's like a race. When you're tired, you rest. You think, you strategize, but don't kill the vision. Keep
Mm.
running. I got a year that I paused the whole thing for that 1 year. I was just focusing on building myself because I noticed that I was building the organization and I was not building myself, my finances, my own career. I had to pause it, went ahead, get more jobs for myself, get more finance and all of that, then went back to the vision. So the vision is not something that runs away. It's there.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to meet up with any there is no standard I'm trying to beat. Okay, I'm trying to be this person, trying to no. I just have a vision to do this and I have a life to live. So I try to get the balance. So how you keep up with the momentum? Do just go ahead the way you can. Don't try to do too much. Don't try to do too small. Don't try to wait for everybody to
Yeah.
check you. Be the source of your own strength. And with the body,
Mm.
body parts, you get strength from somewhere.
Wow. Interesting. So the summary of what she's saying is know your why. You know why you started what you're doing, and you're your number one supporter. That internal strength, that enthusiasm, that support you need should first of all come from you while you're building social impact. Thank you so much for sharing that. I have two more questions for you, and we'll call it a day. The next one I have here is what advice would you give to young tech professionals who want to create impact beyond paycheck or job title? You've done this, you've seen the pros and cons of social impact, yeah, with your own experience. So, what advice do you have for young professionals or people that just want to venture into something like this? What will you tell them? Will you tell them to go make money first, come back to this, or just seek for a way to balance it? We just want to hear from you.
Okay, I want to advise anybody to just jump into social impact. It's worked for some people. Like some people might not just go and start saying, okay, I want to do this, I want to do this, these are account number, support us. It worked for some people. But TFM has really not even, since we started, I don't think we have actually even posted our account number publicly for people to just donate to our cause.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is like, okay, partner with us, do some. There's always something we're bringing to the table. But the whole, okay, we want to change 20,000 lives, this is the amount, please support us. That is, I don't know, to me, I call it corporate begging and I
Mm-hmm.
don't like it. It works for some people, mostly orphanages and all. Cool. But in my tech space, I would advise you to build yourself, right? You can't help somebody, you can't drag somebody out from a well you are in. Try to first of all come out from the well, then throw a rope for them to come out. Come out from the well, go and call persons that are outside the well to come and join you in drawing them out. But you staying inside the well and saying, please come and help us, come and help us. It works sometimes, but sometimes you might even they
Can
might
be
help us,
overwhelming.
you'll be in the well there. So the best thing I would advise
Mm-hmm.
is find yourself. Find yourself. Actually, I think I found myself before TFM started. Yeah, I was not having so much money, but I found myself. I was working with Disney Media. I was a photographer then, and like I said, the most influential female photographer in photo. When you just call female photographer, all you mention is NMSC. I was one of the best photographer in photo then. So I was making a voice for myself. So that was like, okay, if from instead of me to just come to this school, normally if I come to this school and with my story, the fact I was taking care of myself in school and some of other stories that I have in the past, you might be like, if I tell you my story, you might pity me. But I don't want to be something that when I tell you, you pity me. But there are two sides
Mm-hmm.
to pity and inspire. So I said, okay, I don't want you
Mm-hmm.
to be me, but I want my story to be an inspiration. So I chose to be an inspiration than to be a subject of pity. So that's how I now started TFM for more ladies to no matter ladies always have emotional stories that always make them want to be in the no. It's okay to have self-pity for yourself once in a while, but come on, we bounce back. So what I'm trying to say is
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
get yourself, find yourself, make sure well, because you're the first. If it's I'm a Christian, I'm very sorry. I'll keep using the Bible. You're the first Bible people see. Yeah, when you're preaching Christ to somebody, you're the first
Mm-hmm.
saying your life. Oh, if this lady can do this, the best type of evangelism is your life. You let
Mm-hmm.
people know
Yeah.
that what do you do? So I made my life to be so good. Like I tried everything. I became the best in what I was doing. That was photography then. And also people were like, please, can you teach me? People were coming close to want to learn from me. So they were already coming. I was already drawing them with what I was doing. So become so good in your field, become so good in whatever you are doing that persons want to draw from you, then go ahead and bring them out. But don't start making people like, come on, let me help you when they have looked at you and they know you can't even help yourself. So first of all, you help yourself. You won't get it figured out totally. It's fine. I'm still figuring myself out. This is 6 to 7 years of TFM. I'm still figuring myself out. I'm still figuring TFM out. But I know what we've done in the past. So just discover yourself to the extent you can, then go ahead. And right now, the level of technology and innovation we have, there's a lot you can do. There's a lot you
Exactly.
can
Mm-hmm.
do. Yeah, you can always go ahead. And it's a good thing. Aside from the social fulfillment it gives, like the mental fulfillment it gives, it also helps you. Like it helps project you to kings. It
True.
has
True. True.
that some persons are on the normal, I'm not supposed to talk to them, like based on who I be then. But because of what I was doing, I reach out to them and sister, we have 2,000 ladies I want to empower. He will look at me like,
Mhm.
so what I'm trying to, aside from the fulfillment it gives, aside from the problem you're trying to solve, there's a huge advantage it has in your career,
Yeah.
exposing you to the world, because you need to enter the world to start building yourself. Okay, let me not talk so much. But it's
Wow. Thank you so much. Now, I just want to say that we don't need to find a way to hide our skills or maybe our potential or anything that God has put in our mind. You know, some person they just want to like say, "Oh, I just want to just be there. Nobody should notice me. Nobody should see what I'm doing and all of those things." But it takes courage to be visible with even that thing that you know and show up and then think of how to now make impact. And this is what you've done with the help of other persons in your team. And I want to really applaud you for that. So, to our viewers that are listening to us, if there's something God is placing in your mind to do, no matter how small you think it is an idea that can actually impact your life and impact the lives of people you're actually reaching out to. Like she said, beyond the fulfillment she gets, there is this announcement that's indoors and open doors that it also creates for people that are very intentional with doing what they are passionate about, and such some of those things are social impact and even going about your business with passion or honing your skills in such a way that it can help you to stand out wherever you are and also present you before people that matters. So thank you so much for sharing that. The last person I have for you is, when people look back, this is something you need to thoughtfully think about. So when people look back at your journey years from now, what kind of impact or legacy do you hope your brand will be known for? What do you want your brand, or the kind of legacy you want your brand to be known for in years to come, when people want to talk about TFM or talk about Mercy Eneh Dikeh? So what kind of legacy do you plan to leave?
That's a very, very big question. So, and then,
Exactly.
but let me just say the few that I can say now. First of all, I want them to know me as an excellent lady. First,
Mm-hmm.
me as someone that, whatever she does it so well. Someone that, okay, is messy in the team, oh, everything will go well. Is messy there, that team is gonna win. Like just something there's something about the lady. That's one. And secondly, I want Tifem to be known as a space where someone will say, you want your life to change, you want to locate yourself, you want to be able to get this fulfillment, you want to find yourself as a lady, register to become part of TFM fellowship. Anything TFM is doing, just be part of that movement. I want TFM to be a turning ground for people. I want people to a lady spoke to me, and that was a mistake that I do think. Sometimes when I solve some problems, I feel like the problem is no longer there. I was like, okay, we've done much in TFM in a way. I think, are you sure people are still even passing through this problem? They have a lot of AI, they have a lot of all these things. People should be able to have locate themselves. Like, why are we even teaching them again? But someone sent me a message early this year. She was like, Ma, I can't, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I can't just, I don't know, feel like I don't have a voice. I'm married, I have a child. I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm just passing each day. Like you see the voice note. I was like, Holy Spirit, are you trying to let me know that I've not even scratched the surface? So,
Mm-hmm.
so much we think we must have done in the past 6 to 7 years. There's still more to be done. So I want Tifem to be a place where people like, please, I want my daughter, I want my wife, I want my mom. I just want this lady to be part of this organization, either it's by
Mm.
learning or by working or by reaching out. I always try whenever someone comes to Tifem, even as a student. I don't want them to go. Even if you finish learning and all, just stay. It's like a family because we need
Yeah.
you to more people. So I always tell them, please, Tifem is a family. Are you coming after learning? I don't want you to just pack your out of Tifem. No, it's not a fellowship.
Yeah.
It's a movement we've learned. But yeah, let's send it to more people that were like you before. So I want you to be a turning ground for thousands of women, thousands of ladies. When I was younger, before I got married, I thought the problem ends when you're a youth, like you're a teenager, you're in the university. Now I'm married. And it's that we still need to empower the married ones, right?
Mm.
It's women that start giving birth to children, notice that there's also something else. So God is each level. I'm saying that there are more things to do in each level at each stage. So the more God keeping us alive and all. I just want it to be a turning point. And at the end of it all, I want whenever I remember Mercy, remember Tifem, I want you to have this mentality that we are never in this world for ourselves. Like we're not living for ourselves alone. If the sun is not shining for itself. The sun is shining so that we'll have light. So everything,
Yeah.
I'm sitting on this chair, its purpose is to be used. So it's okay if you use me because my purpose for this earth is to be used for people
To
to
be
be used.
useful for people. Exactly.
So please, I just wanted to
Yeah.
lady is first of all, she's very good at what she does. I can be a very good designer, or like in 5, 10, 20 years, I don't know if I'll still be designing or what I'll be doing by then.
Yeah.
Whatever I will do, I believe that I have the spirit of excellence in me, and I'll try to be the best at whatever I'll be doing by then. So this is just it about me, and this is why I hope people tend to remember whenever they remember the name Mercy or Tiffany.
Wow, interesting. Thank you so much for being here. I'm super glad. This was a worthwhile moment. And guys, please, if you're yet to follow TFM Network, please find a way to follow them. I'll share their social media link at the description. I want to say thank you so much for joining us, Mercy Eneh Dikeh. It was a time worthwhile. And I believe there are so many persons that will still watch this webinar after now. You have a lot to learn from what we have shared this afternoon. I don't know if you have a final word for us or people that will be joining us as we call it today.
Yeah, I think I have a final word. I think it's for you,
Oh,
like
really?
because no matter what you do, I just want to tell you well done, right? I want to
Thank
tell you
you. Thank
thank
you.
you for calling me here. Thank you
Thank
for the opportunity to speak. I see what you do. I see your energy. That's why when I say when you empower a woman, you empower a
you.
nation.
Yeah,
When a woman is ready to do something, you can't stop her. So
true.
you most times you say I inspire you. When I see you sometimes, I say, "Ah, this lady is inspiring me." Okay, we
Thank
inspire
you.
weak time, I see your strength, I tap from it. Maybe on your weak time,
Thank
you see
you.
tap from it. That's how we will. So thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for the little and great things you do in the community. It's
Thank
okay
you.
if somebody reach out to you and tell you well done. It's okay. But really, charity, well done. I pray
Thank
um
you.
your company, your agency, your everything you do, I pray it's the spike and goes up.
Amen. Amen. Thank
I
you.
as I said here, I didn't know I even had them in me. Really, I'll actually go back and watch this video. I really listen to myself again. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And also, thank you for access. I really appreciate in my space. Thanks for being here. I really do appreciate. Thanks, guys. And thanks for watching us. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Thank you.
you.